Okay, first let's see how we can install the WAMP server. So we can go to Google and we can type WAMP server, and you can see here it listed. So based on your computer's operating system or the computer's hardware, you need to select 64-bit version or 32-bit version, but these days most of the time we are using 64-bit version. So you can click over here and it will go into this page, and then you can download. You can select which version you want here, click over here, and there is a form you need to fill, but you can download it without clicking that one. Like this, you can download it. So this download will start soon. Like this, it will install. Right, so this is slightly large, so I'll pause the video, and when this finish I'll start it again. So in my machine, I'll pause this one. So in my machine I have already downloaded version, so I will install that one. So it's over here. Oops. So here you can see. So I can click. So the same thing. So I can click over here. Can open. So you can notice it's saved in this WAMP64 folder. So right, so we can click next. So I think I have some old version of it, so I'll say yes. So, okay, so I can do several things. I can rename this folder. So okay, I'll make it as a new folder. So but there in your case there's no need to do, because if you are doing a fresh installation, it won't be a problem. So you can see it's installed the MariaDB. So this is a MySQL kind of database version 10. So there are slightly difference between MySQL and MariaDB, but both the syntax and how we used is very much the same. So it's asking what is your default browser. You can just say yes and continue. But if you wanted something else, you can select it. So text editor, it will select Notepad. But if you have preferred editor, you can select that one. Right, so we are finished. So normally when the WAMP server is running, you can see it in here, it's running. So let's try to start. So let's go to start menu. So I think I accidentally clicked several times, so it's try to install all these. So I'll say no. So you can see now the app is installed over here. So I should be able to open it. So it's asks this thing, do you want to make this app? So you should say yes. So it will open 3 command prompts and it will start all the services. So web server runs as a service. So you can see here it says local server, all services are running. So if I click over here, I can see a lot of things, like if I want it, I can restart all the server, and this should be green in color, and you can see your local host, that means your default site. If you click on a PHP My Admin, you can go to administrative page of your server. So you can see it's opening in Edge because I select iExplore or the Internet Explorer, so it will open in an Edge browser. So it's not a big problem. So Edge is also equally good browser as the Chrome. So now the default username is root and default password is normally blank. So you can use this one to log into your database. Let me click on Go. So when you visit, you see it's something like this, right? So you see the databases. So here, because this one I already used this one, so you can see there's already test databases there, right? So this is the server is MariaDB. That's a database, and this is a database server. So in Apache, WAMP server actually contains several things. One is the database server, other one is the web server, and the PHP My Admin, where you can administrate your web page. Right. So here you can use SQL, or you can create your databases, tables graphically also, right? So let me create a table. So click on a new, create a database. So I think we did something called HNDDB in an earlier class. So let's use the same name, and I can click create. So now it's create this table called HNDDB, and then what I can do is I can create a table. So I need to give the table name. So let's say I want to create a table for students, so we can have TBL. Okay, let's do for members, right? TBL members, and I can specify how many columns I need. Let's say I want to have 6 columns, and click go. Right, so then I can design my table. So I should have a username. So username, let's imagine it's going to be a varchar, variable char character, and it should have only 10 letters for username, and then my password. So that's also can be a varchar, and then the, let's say, maximum password limit is also 10. So then we need to get the user's email address, right? So that could be also a varchar, variable char, and I can give something like maybe 50 characters. Sometimes it may not be enough. Then which city they are from, so that's also can be a varchar, and maybe city I need to have maybe 100, and maybe the telephone or mobile number, so that's also a varchar. So then it should be around 10 numbers normally, but these things can be changed. Then you can have other things like their date of birth. So if you're going to use something like this, you need to use some date time, right? So let's have that one. Okay, I'll leave that one empty. Okay, let's have that one. Date of birth, DOB. So that's one is going to be a date time. So various versions are there: date time, timestamp, right? So I'll use date, right? And the username should be a primary key. So I can go this way, and in this one I can make it a primary key, so it will become a primary key. Click on a go. So so that's it. So that's my really basic table which I'm going to create. I can, if I want to, I can preview the SQL. So this one also we can copy and close, and I can save this one, and you can see now it's created my table with the username, password, email, city, telephone, and date of birth, right? Okay, so in the next lesson what we're going to learn is we're going to learn how we're going to create a web page or register page for this one, and how we're going to save the data.